Hello, dearest friend. Welcome once again to this series of Maximum Impacts. Today, I want to speak on something that can change the way you react or relate with your husband, wife, or children, or colleagues in the office. And that has to do with your temperament. How to control your temper. Your temper refers to the state of your mind and feelings. Temper refers to the state of mind and feelings. Now, your temper also refers to your habit of mind, especially with respect to irritability or patience. Your temper refers to your outburst of anger or the likes. Your temper refers to how you handle situations. What situations move you to do. Now, you can actually handle your temper. Let me say to us today that hot-tempered persons have caused more harm than good because they found it difficult to withhold or to control their temper. If you are a hot-tempered person, an easily angered person, I am actually talking to you. You have to do something to your temper. Before then, can we begin to look at briefly the consequence of hot temper? Number one, hot temper brings about depression and anxiety. Show me a man who is hot-tempered. Show me a woman who is hot-tempered and easily angered. You will see someone who lives a life of depression. Someone who always lives in anxiety. Secondly, hot temper or anger often lead to illness. The doctors will tell you that the state of mind affects the state of the body. And so you see somebody who is easily angered and who is hot-tempered, you discover that this person suffers from a heart-related disease. There are several heart-related diseases that can boil down to feelings and emotions. Something like high blood pressure. High blood pressure can be a consequence of anger and hot temperament. Something like anxiety. These things are associated with anger and hot temperament. Again, anger or hot temperament can expose you to spiritual attacks. Now, that is one of the reasons the holy book, the Bible says, don't let the sun go down while you are still angry. Let me tell us that it is very dangerous to go to bed while angry. It is dangerous to sleep over a hot. And this is what exposes some people to some dangers. We have seen some people who slept and never woke up again because the state of mind in which they went to bed exposed them to some spiritual attacks. Now, anger can expose you to attack. Satan does not have power over us. But one of the things he does to gain access is to leave your heart, your spiritual life open through anger, through hurt, through bitterness, through unforgiving spirit. Now, anger can lead you to take regrettable actions. There are people today who kill their husbands, who kill their wives, who beat their children to death, who stabbed another because of anger. Now, anger and hot temperament has led many to commit murder, has led many to take actions that they are regretting today. One of the consequences of hot temperament or being easily angered is that you live a life of impatience. A hot-tempered man is never patient. A hot-tempered person is easily angered. And so what do? When you find yourself in this state, then you will need to do something to change this kind of life. Let me also tell us that anger can lead to loss and damage. Now, so many have lost valuable things. So many have incurred damages because of their temperament. And finally on this, anger, hot temperament can lead to death, untimely death. Many die untimely because of their temperaments. Now, what do? You can work on your temperament. There are 7 ways you can control your anger. And one of such ways is to be happy always. Can you make it a habit in life to be happy? Statistics have shown that happy people live longer than people who live in anger. Can you choose a lifestyle of happiness that nothing or no one can take away your joy? Make it a habit to be happy. Secondly, refuse to be provoked. There are people who say, well, I choose to be happy, but they are easily provoked. Choose not to be provoked easily. Choose not to be provoked. What does this mean? It means that you can take such a position that what somebody does to you cannot get at you. Thirdly, leave the environment that leads to provocation. Now, you may say, I don't want to be provoked, but you may remain under a circumstance that will force you to be provoked. So when you see the chances and the temptations to be provoked, you can walk out of the environment and come back later. You can leave that place temporarily until the atmosphere becomes better. Now the fourth thing, there are circumstances that you can't just leave the environment. For instance, if you're in a vehicle and somebody wants to provoke you, you cannot say, driver, I'm coming down here. So it becomes difficult for you to leave the environment. What do? Choose not to talk. I've learned that when you choose to be silent, you have chosen to kill the provocation in you. Choose to be silent. Your husband may be saying some things that is provoking you. Choose to be silent. Your wife may be raining insults on you. Choose to be silent. Now, when you choose to be silent, now you are indirectly telling the other person, I am not talking, so why are you still talking? Now, the next thing that can help you is prayer. Pray and pray again. There are circumstances you find yourself, and now instead of acting, you go on your knees and say, Father, help me. Lord, help me. Whether you are a Christian or you are a Muslim, whoever you are, learn the fact that there is a being that is above human who controls the activity of man on earth. So when you learn and to depend on God in prayer, He helps you to come out of the circumstance. Now, one of the things that can help you, the sixth factor that can help you, is to seek counsel. Now, you may be in such circumstance that the only option you have is to get angry, is to get provoked. Now, instead of acting, you can choose to call for counseling. Seek the counsel of somebody. Now, when you seek the counsel of a third party, you are likely, especially good persons of God, you are likely to calm down. You are likely to take a position that helps you to overcome your temperament. And finally, you can overcome anger, hot temperament by being quick to forgive. One of the things that anger and hot temperament calls for is vengeance. You keep crying, retaliate. Show them that you are great. Don't allow them to intimidate you. Do you know who you are? But when you choose to forgive quickly, you choose to make even your enemies a friend. You choose to teach them the way of life. Friend, share if this has touched your heart, if God has motivated you by this, share this Maximum Impact series with your friends and bless their lives. God bless you.